You got that audio turned on? Awesome. It's Chad. I'm here from Foundry, and I want to talk with you about small steps towards leading a big life. We're not going to do it here. We're going to do it at the desk, so let's go. I'm here sitting at my desk right now, and this desk is a pretty cool story. But this desk is where I get things done. This desk is where my family has gotten its most important things done for over 100 years. This was my great-grandfather's desk. He was a veterinarian, took this desk in on a trade, and then my grandfather, who's a union steel worker, used this to do whatever steel workers would use a desk for. But then it belonged to my cousin for a while, and her kids played in it, and she was a teacher, she did stuff here, and now this is my desk. So this is where I sit down every morning, and I get the most important. So today I want to talk about small steps that lead towards a big life. This past Sunday, I shared about how our own tiny little things that we do sometimes can self-limit ourselves. And this is really easy to do. I'm actually going to show you how to do this using just your phone. I would pick my phone up and show you right now, but my phone's recording this video because our phones do everything right now. So, 3 things. These are just small steps towards a big life. The first one is this. We talked about scripture on Sunday. Go and download YouVersion on your phone. They make it for Android and for iOS devices. Just search whatever app store for Holy Bible, and you'll see the company right there. And that is what I have read with devotionally for a long time. I love YouVersion about how it has Bible plans that you can read, and I've done those a bunch. And you see it's a super easy program to use. We're just kind of going around it right now. It looks awesome. And then when you're doing reading plans, you go and you pick out a plan that you're going to read, and you're able to it moves you along the line. Super simple. You can highlight things in it. That's the biggest thing about reading scripture is you jump into a single thing that you're doing and you're progressing through it. You're finishing it every day. You're doing just a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and that little bit goes a really long way into you building up this idea of the big life and where Jesus is in it. Cool. The second small step that you can do to make a step towards a big life is just to start a prayer list. Just go to the Note app on your phone or Evernote or however you write things down on your phone. Just go start a prayer list. And it's completely, now this is kind of generic, but these are the things that whatever you're praying about, and write it down. I love to write down prayer requests and prayer lists because I know what I'm praying for. It keeps me accountable for praying. It also lets me look back and see what God has done. It's just a simple place. So pray for your church. Pray for people. So we make that prayer list because that prayer list is us saying this is the hopeful future that we're just going to live into. We're choosing to live into. Pray for whatever you feel like you need to be praying for. And then the third step is this, to just simply set an alarm to read and to pray. So I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning, or I try to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. And I've got reading and prayer. You see, it's calendar. It's scheduled on my phone. It's that big of a priority. Like I wake up in the morning, I make a cup of coffee, and I start down, and I do it right here at this desk that I'm sitting at. Thanks for tuning in. I hope your week's awesome. We have a couple of more these kind of tidbits coming out this week, so I hope you stay tuned. You can also check out the blog over at wearefoundry.com. And if you missed this sermon, you just search iTunes or whatever podcast app you use for FoundryCast, and you can dive into it. It's called The One About the Foreigner.